What's up? My name's Brandon. Today I'm going to be making a video about progressing financially as a young adult. A big mistake that a lot of people make, and this is the first mistake and it's the cardinal sin of finances and getting your finances in check, is spending too much money. So many people fall into this trap. It doesn't matter how much money you make if you're spending the exact same or more money each month, each year, whatever time frame you want to look at. If you're spending as much or more than you're getting in, as much as your income, you're always going to be screwing yourself. So the first step to really getting your finances in check is to stop spending so much damn money. Start to realize that you can be perfectly happy eating at home more often. It's not going to change anything really. You might even find some benefits from not going out so much for food. That's one way to save. There are so many ways to save. I could make videos and videos on that in and of itself. But the most important thing is starting to get a mindset of saving. A mindset where you're going to be smart with what you spend your money on. Now keep in mind, you're still living life, you still want to enjoy it. Who knows what tomorrow brings, but you can also be intelligent while still enjoying life and spending money on things that make you happy and things that you enjoy. A good example of that is, I used to eat out at fast food restaurants all the time. Didn't really like the food. It kind of sucked. Let's be honest, fast food sucks. But I did it all the time for convenience. And, eventually I sucked it up and I started making food at home more often. And I found that, I can make some cheap, easy stuff. Like I might just eat a cup of yogurt and, maybe some Chef Boyardee ravioli for lunch. But then for dinner, I can get something like steak or scallops. That's something I've been doing a lot recently, is I get steak and scallops and I'll cook myself a meal at home. And, the thing is, on those trips that I would take to a fancy restaurant to eat something like that occasionally, I'm saving there anyway. It's like I'm still eating really good food, but I'm doing it in a way that saves me a bit of money compared to the other way that I could eat that same quality of food. And then the food that I was usually eating, throughout the day, most days per week was maybe fast food here and there. That's like $5-6 a meal. That shit adds up quickly. Where you could just be eating a $1 cup of yogurt and a $1 can of Boyardee, fucking ravioli, and that will fill you up. So that's just covering food. You can go into gas, like how much you drive. There's so many different angles you can come at saving money. The point is, get started saving. The next step after saving, though, is, okay, I've saved up a bit of money. I've got myself in the mindset of saving, and now I want to transition into something more. Now I want to start doing something that really benefits me. So where do you go from there? And that's when you can start to look into investing. And for me personally, I've started investing in real estate. And I found that it's a really great option as far as investments go. I feel like you have a little bit more control over how your investments perform. Just like how many ways there are to save, there are also plenty of different ways to invest. The important thing is following that path and, save your money. Get a decent amount of savings. Generally, people recommend 3 to 6 months of savings to cover your bills and all your expenses. So however much you spend in a month, let's say it's $1,000, that would be $3,000 to $6,000 to cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses, just as an example. And those are just numbers. The 3 to 6 month range of savings is a number that a lot of financial advisors give. So it's just a good thing to go by. But honestly, I've gotten by a lot of the time on having less savings. And what I've done lately is, because I'm young and I can kind of take a little bit more risks at this time in my life, I save a little bit less so I can just throw it into investments. I still usually have enough to cover, a few months of living for sure, if I needed to, but then it goes just straight into the investment, straight to making me more money in the future. And really the great thing about investing is your money will eventually one day just start compounding. If you keep investing, it will give you a lot of rewards in the end. Although investing up front can be pretty hard to kind of suck up those costs, especially when you're just getting started and you're new to it. So that's a really great step. Steps after that, really that's the step I'm on right now. So that, for me to give personal advice, that's where I can really stop for now. But a lot of people who are financially successful, they might go on to create businesses, stop being an employee, doing things of that nature. So there's a lot more that can be discussed on topics of continuing wealth and snowballing your wealth once you get to a certain point. But this video was really meant to just talk about getting started. And the first 2 steps are pretty simple. Start saving and start investing once you can. So I hope that this helped, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, I would appreciate you giving the video a like, a thumbs up, and subscribing, as well as hitting the notification bell. That just helps me spread my videos and get them out to more people. So I appreciate you watching, and have a good day.